Hey guys, Mauro here. Okay, on the one hand and backhand, this is a tip that I want to give you to gain power and gain control, and it's also something that is going to help you. It's mostly power and spin, you know, but I would say it's something that if I had to say in one word what it will do on your backhand is that cleanliness, I will say, solidity in the way you make contact with the ball. For a long time, I've been teaching that when your racket is going to make contact with the ball, if your racket opens too early, you're more prone to mishit. If the racket goes towards the ball and is still more at an angle right before you make contact, that's where you're gonna get the better solid. When I say solid and clean hitting the ball, I mean you keep the ball perfect in its well centered on the strings, but it's the power. It's just raw power on that shot. Your racket opens too early, you don't really get that much as much power, and you're more prone to hit all over the place. No, let that racket lag, you know, and it opens. You know, if you make contact and your racket is if you make contact and your racket is perfectly open, you know, it's lagging and opens, that's good. That's gonna give you tons of power. If you just delay it one fraction of a second and you make contact and your racket is still almost a little bit, you know, hitting still a little bit at an angle, lagging, that is going to be contact like you never felt before, guys. So one thing that I notice on the good players that have a one-handed backhand, and this is something very noticeable on Federer, is that I'm just going to tell you what I saw and what I did. Okay, so I see Federer doing this a lot, you know, getting ready with that racket pointing up. And I started practicing, and I noticed that when the good point to make contact, like I say, is what you want to feel is that if you're going to make contact here, you want to feel that your forearm, that is going to cross almost when the ball is at the spot where you're going to be ready to hit. Let's say that the last thing that you really want to feel before you make contact with that ball is your forearm, or from the elbow to the wrist, that part crossing let's say crossing the path of the ball. See, the ball is coming and you want to feel that this is the last part and then it opens. So that's one thing. Focus on this part of your arm, on the forearm. That's going to be the last thing, okay? And the second one, that is, I would say is probably, I'm not saying it's more important, but this is something that really helps, especially when the ball is coming high above the shoulders, let's say, is keeping that face of the racket open. If the ball is coming high, if the ball is coming low, you're good here, down and up. If the ball is coming high, look at the racket. You do this. You do like the acceleration of the motorcycle here. You know, accelerating here. Okay, the racket is pointing up. It's coming high. Look at my racket. It's like the racket is almost pointing towards the sky, ready for the high ones. You swing it that way. You know, you swing it just naturally, like I say in the video, in the last video that I made, what I say to give you control. Don't let the wrist do that. Don't swing and try to slap. No. Just keep the angle of the racket and arm. And when you make contact, you relax your arm, you relax the wrist, and your racket is gonna wrap the ball, like what I like to call wrapping the ball, kind of doing that instead of just hitting. So it wraps and it closes. Okay, so I'm gonna hit a few shots just to show you, and then I'll add a video so you can see it much better, of course, with the good players, with the world-class players. Here we go. more there. See a high one. Sorry. That's the one I'm talking, the high one. Back it up, and then you let it go. Just relax the wrist and let it go. All right. Okay, guys. I didn't even plan to make this video. I was just here and say, you know, I have that idea fresh in my mind. I'd rather do it now, talk about it. So just remember those two things. You want to remember that forearm going. If you notice, I don't extend my arm too early because it allows me to extend it right before contact, gives me more power. So there's a forearm and that racket, the accelerate thing, like a motorcycle here. Forearm and the racket pointing up, okay? All right, guys. Well, just like me, find a place where to hit, even if it's against the back wall of some businesses. You know, plenty of places to hit around here. Look at that. So, if you don't have a place where to go, if your club is closed or something, go to a place like this. The ball doesn't bounce. Uniform, even better. It's gonna keep you on your toes. It's gonna keep you ready. Okay, well, I hope it helps. See you next time. Center ball perseverance. Here we go.